property, it's so hard to do everything because no water, no electricity.
There was nothing here.
Nothing here.
Now we have this 5-star resort as a centerpiece, really.
Right.
How many more we have scheduled to be built in the coming 2025?
How many houses?
Yeah, we get a lot of people who say, oh, it's so remote. But we have an international airport 25 minutes away.
Right.
It's not that remote.
Right.
So you get a freshwater pool in your backyard and a saltwater pool 60 seconds away.
Correct.
Just walk down there or jump in your golf cart and drive down there.
You feel the power of the desert and the ocean. It's beautiful.
How are we doing today?
Oh, very good. Thank you.
You are Sal Ramirez, the official architect for the project here at Danzante Bay. Is that right?
Okay, right.
Well, thanks for joining us. It's just a beautiful day here, and we wanted to just, chat with you a little bit about what goes on here and how we get things done here at Danzante Bay. You've been with the project going back to the very beginning, or how long have you been with us?
Okay, I started the project for Danzante Bay from the beginning. When we start with the construction, the property is so hard to do everything because no water, no electricity.
There was nothing here.
Nothing here.
And now what year was that? That was
2009.
2009.
Right,
Okay.
2009.
Wow.
In the first project that we built here, it's Villa del Palmar.
The luxury resort and spa.
Right.
Okay.
Was the first project in Ensenada Blanca. And then finally we continue with the construction to the golf course. And after we continue with the urbanization for the houses areas, the Cardón and the Cañón area. Then finally we finish the construction for the main road, the access road that we have now. Talking about the past, wow, it's amazing to start the Villa del Palmar.
We have come a long way.
Right.
Considering there was nothing here back in 2009 to where we are now, we have this 5-star resort as a centerpiece, really.
Right.
And then the two neighborhoods, the Cardón, El Cardón and Canyon, which are incredibly popular.
Right.
It's really an exciting time to be here right now. So as the sales director for Danzante Bay Real Estate, we have lots of different people looking for lots of different things, and there's pretty much something for everyone here, right? We have basically 3-4 different floor plan designs that they can pick from. A buyer can use that as it's a template, so to speak, where they can use that, and then they meet with you to kind of custom design their dream home, exactly the way they envision it.
Right. We have 4 models for the client.
Okay.
Finally, the most popular model is Danzante model. It's the house that we are here.
We're in right now.
Right. We have another model, Montserrat model, and we have Coronado too. And all the houses is 1 story.
Okay.
The only model that we have in 2 stories, it's the Carmen.
The Carmen is a 2-story.
Right.
Okay. Now, the Carmen then, would that be the largest square footage wise? It's like the biggest
Right,
floor
it's the
plan?
biggest house.
Okay.
Everybody's happy with the models, but finally the people loves Danzante, Montserrat, and Coronado too.
Yeah, I know they're very popular, and it seems that whether someone selects the Coronado or selects the Danzante or the Montserrat, no 2 houses are really identical. No 2 are alike, right?
No, because the configuration changed. Right? For example, the location for the master room, the double high in this case, for example, the Danzante, the position for the pool area, it's different. And the access, for example, the driveway, we have a different configuration.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the 4 models, it's a beautiful models for the project.
Oh, they are. They have a very distinctive look. We have that kind of, a lot of people say it reminds them of Scottsdale,
right?
Arizona. It has that Scottsdale
right.
vibe.
Right.
It's
right.
beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's It's a concept very interesting to, you feel the power of the desert and the ocean.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I guess since every buyer of land here is eventually going to meet with you at some point,
Right.
let's talk a little bit about what the process is for someone who purchases a lot once they've acquired their home site. What's the next stage? How do they get started in constructing their dream home?
Well, the first step is to have a model. You need to choose one option that we have available for you. And when you decide, for example, modelo, the Danzante model,
Okay.
the next step is to check if these spaces need changes. For example, we have a clients in Danzante Bay that make changes. For example, I need another bedroom, I need a gym, for example.
Sure.
I need more space in my garage.
I want a larger garage. Sure.
Right. Things like that, it's the changes that we made them to the models. But finally, these changes, you need to have a contractor to do the change.
Currently, right now, Danzante Bay Real Estate offers, we have 4 authorized builders who
Right.
can construct homes
Right.
inside our development.
Right, correct.
And so the buyer can basically sit and interview all 4 and choose who they want to build their home.
Right. 4 options available for the client, and the client can decide who's the best, right?
Okay. And then the next phase would be to sit down with you and finalize their design plan.
Well, this job is directly with the contractor.
Okay.
The contractor and the
And the
owner
buyer,
of the
right.
lot, the buyer,
Okay.
need to make the changes.
Okay.
When they finish the plans and all the changes that the client need to do, they need to send the information to the design committee for Danzante Bay.
Okay.
Because we need to review the information and finally continue with the authorization.
That's where you come in.
Right.
Okay.
Correct. I check all the information and I check all the guidelines that we have, because all the rules for construction is available for the client and the contractors too. But finally, this is the most important thing for us. We need to continue with the architecture that we have. It's very important to maintain the harmony in the project.
Yeah, we definitely want to keep our aesthetic
Right.
very clean and
Right.
stable. We like what we have.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
So they can customize the home to their heart's content interior wise, but the exterior has to have our look.
Right. Finally, we use the models. This is the core.
Okay.
The model need to make the changes.
Perfect.
For example, you can play with the kitchen, the model, the kitchen that we have in the Danzante model. And finally, you can change the pool area
Sure.
for pool in the Montserrat model, for example.
Right.
You can mix the spaces
Okay.
and the models too, okay?
Okay.
The most important thing is respect the architecture.
Perfect.
And we are okay with that.
After you've finalized all that and approved it, and you obtain all their permits and everything from the municipality, what's the time frame like on actually, from start to finish, constructing and finishing the home from the time they get all their permits to the time they can move in? What kind of time frame are they usually looking at?
When we receive information from the contractor for the permits, it's fast. Maybe take 2 weeks to
Okay.
have the permits.
Okay.
It's so fast. In the ayuntamiento, it's fast.
Perfect.
Yes.
And then they get their house, and it probably takes to actually build the house is probably a year plus or so.
1.5.
About a year and a half?
Year,
16,
more or
18
less.
months. Okay.
Depend the house.
How
and
big it is probably has an impact, right?
And depend you can build a Montserrat model in a flat lot, and no problem. In 1.5 years, it's done.
Okay.
But if you put this house in the mountain lot,
Okay.
the story change, because you need a platform,
Right.
you need cut and fill,
Yeah.
you need an access road, you need to relocate the driveway to put in the back of the house, and you need to build a retaining
Walls.
right?
So that takes extra time.
That's why maybe maybe the reality is 2 years,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And finally, it's the same thing with the cost. The cost
Makes sense.
depends.
It's going to cost
you know?
more. Sure. Okay. So it's important for potential buyer to factor their lot selection into their budget, right? So your budget is going to be impacted by the lot you choose, right?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Good. Well, that's good to know. Well, we definitely have a lot going on here. Right now, there's already got over a dozen houses built, and we've got how many more we have scheduled to be built in the coming 2025?
How many houses?
Yeah, we have a few more coming, don't we?
I think we have maybe 5 houses.
About 5 more coming.
Right.
It's going to be a big year. We're going to
Right.
be busy.
I think so.
Yeah.
Right, in houses and more projects in Danzante Bay.
Yes, plus all the other construction going on, right? They're building a bridge at the entrance by security.
Right.
We have new condos. So
We continue with the projects in Mantarraya.
yeah, we're pretty busy with Monterrey.
Right, and Estancia del Mar is coming.
Estancia del Mar, that
Right.
starts at the end of this year, right?
Right.
Oh man, we are going to be really busy, but that's what makes it such a great opportunity, right?
And important thing for the houses, we are ready for the project for the beach club for the owners.
So the owner's private beach club is going to be built soon?
Right, because now we have a small project. It's a provisional. It's preliminary project for the owners.
Okay.
But finally, we are ready for to start the construction because we have the project. But we are ready to start with the project to the beach club for the houses.
That's going to be incredible. I know
Right.
they're going to have like their own little dining room and their own swimming pool and their own parking area.
Right.
It's going to be just for residents.
Right, just for the houses.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. We've got, in effect, a private beach with a private club, on a top world ranked golf course. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Right.
Boy, we've really,
Right. Amazing.
it's definitely a special place. Yeah, I can see why you're here. That's why I'm here. I think 2025 is going to be a big year for us, and I'm looking forward to selling some more lots, so I'll keep you busy.
I think yes, and finally, it's exciting to work at Danzante Bay
It is.
because the project is so beautiful.
Yes.
All the magic with the houses and the environmental and all about the desert, the ocean, and finally the quality of life that we have here in Danzante Bay is so important.
I agree. I mean, we're inside this protected wilderness preserve, and it makes a big difference. There's really, I've been all around the world, and I haven't really seen anything quite like this anywhere in the Western Hemisphere.
Right.
There's really nothing that compares.
No, I think it's a beautiful place to live, and finally it's so private, and we have our own beach.
That's right.
For example, beautiful beach.
That's right.
I think this is the place.
It is. We get a lot of people who say, "Oh, it's so remote," but we have an international airport 25 minutes away.
Right.
It's not that remote,
Right.
But it is nice to, when you walk out on our beach, the only other people out there are residents, people who live here or guests of the resort. So
Right.
it makes it real nice.
And finally, talking about the beach is not the ocean. It's a
Right.
big pool.
Exactly.
It's beautiful. It's
your own saltwater pool.
right, right.
So you got a freshwater pool in your backyard and a saltwater pool 60
Correct.
seconds away.
Correct.
Just
Right.
walk down there or jump in your golf cart and drive down there.
Right, correct.
Yeah, I love it. It's going to be a great year.
Yes.
We're really excited. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, no.
And answering some questions
it's a
for
pleasure.
us.
It's
Really
a pleasure.
appreciate it.
It's a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Okay.